Hello and welcome to episode 2 of our Transport Fever 2 tutorial playthrough.
Mankind is constantly creating amazing...
Here we go.
The island of Java. Tropical jewel in the midst of the Indian Ocean. Conscientiously administrated by meticulous Dutch bureaucracy. The year is 1870, and the colony is undergoing a transformation. Recently, individuals have been allowed to lease farmland and manage plantations. The fertile land offers ideal conditions for exporting a multitude of colonial goods. Off on the way to an exotic experience.
Ooh. Alright, coffee and colonialism. One of my favorite things. And I don't drink... No, I'm not going to make some sort of horrible colonialism joke. But anyway, if you were going to make a colonialism joke, you could say like, coffee and colonialism. I despise one and love the other. And I don't drink coffee. But the island of Java, a tropical jewel in the midst of the Indian Ocean, is conscientiously administrated by meticulous Dutch bureaucracy. Well, I don't know much about the history of the Dutch East Indies, but I can imagine it wasn't a very good time. I know there was like a war over oil at some point, although that was later than this time period. It wasn't... It's one of the first guerrilla wars that was almost modern, but not quite. But we won't be able to get into that today, because I don't have any of those resources to draw from. But that'd be an interesting concept of like play video games and talk about the history of the areas that those video games take place in. Like the armed conflicts and stuff. Alright, here we go. First time texture compression.
The Dutch East Indies. Surely the most exemplary colonial empire under the sun. With luscious fruits and cheap labor in abundance. You act on behalf of the colonial administration. A gifted talent in the art of engineering, you have been appointed to modernize the local transport sector. Complete this task to the satisfaction of the Crown. If you do, even the post as governor might be in store for you.
Ooh. Well.
Transport is a much sought-after service on this scarcely civilized island. Eating draft animals such as oxen is punishable by law. That's why the colonial administration has commissioned you to build a railroad so that the plantation business prospers. The delicious coffee is supposed to be transported from the fertile hinterlands to the facility near town for processing. Anyone set on building wisely and cheaply avoids unnecessary slopes. Perform the necessary surveying work.
Alright, activate the contour lines overlay in order to be better able to estimate how the terrain is laid out for building tracks and roads. Alright, that's going to be here.
Build a route from the thriving plantation across treacherous terrain to the processing factory where the coffee fruit is husked.
I see. So if you were going to build like a road or a railroad, you wouldn't want it to just go down through here, because that's going to slow things down. Alright. So our goal is to get coffee from the Semarang coffee plantation. That's what coffee trees sound like. So they produce 200 coffee. Alright. It looks like they can't level up. And they will be taking it to the 1870s export factory, where this can take 100 to begin with, but it looks like it can level up a few times. Hopefully they'll expand production. Alright, so its suppliers are the coffee plant, its consumers is the city of Sabaya, Port maybe. Alright. And then it looks like we'll eventually have some sugarcane. Yes, the sugarcane. Oink. Alright. So step one, we need to, let's go back to the contour lines to make sure that we make this railroad. So yeah, if we just directly brought in like that, it wouldn't be the flattest area. So let's keep it flat. Alright, and we're gonna want to... Ooh, I wonder... Can I flatten this area out a little bit as well? Oh, that's expensive. Woohoo! So that we can make sure it's all coming along at the same angle. Alright, we'll put in a cargo terminal. Like, is it close enough to... There we go. Attached to the road. That's an awkward angle. Oh dear. Alright, let's drag you out.
A depot is needed.
It looks like that isn't too bad. It looks like it's a little shallow. No, it looks like that's going to be good, I think. Alright, excellent. Good. Build a depot in the highlighted area and connect it to the tracks. Oh yes, of course. Train depot. Maybe just have it. Let's put it. Doesn't need to be attached to the road, but it probably will look cooler, better in the long run. It looks more approachable. Sort of. Alright, so we have a new soundtrack because we're in the islands. Excellent. Ooh, there we go.
Purchase a complete train, including locomotive and freight cars.
Alright. Well, actually, first let's see what kind of stuff we're going to be producing. Or how much this can produce. Let's run at normal speed. I guess maybe this won't actually fill up with supplies yet, though. So I'm not quite sure how much coffee we're going to be moving around. But let's look. We now have two locomotives we can draw from. The D13 and the Borsig. This train was given the legendary name Spanish Brotli Railway because the fine Zurich gentleman had puff pastry brought from a well-known Baden chef, especially for the trip. Alright, then you have the Borsig. The company Borsig produced steam locomotives in Berlin. This locomotive was very progressive at the time, although it did not yet have a roofed cabin. Okay, let's do that. Then we got two wagons. Looks like in the beginning of the railroad age, almost exclusively two-axle freight cars of simple design were used, many of them flat cars with side shelves. Looks like that is what would be used to transport the sugarcane. So we'll want the boxcar. As early as 1850, agreements were reached on the mutual use of freight cars between private and state railways, with regulations to standardize dimensions. Alright, so our capacity, let's have our capacity be 20. Or maybe not. Alright, looks like we'll have to do 16.
The coffee fruit can now be brought from the plantations on its way to further processing.
Alright, we'll make a new line. Coffee processing. Make it a coffee color, I suppose. Alright. Let's have you attach. We are ready to go underway. The coffee must flow. Ooh, look at oh my gosh. Oh, it's beautiful. That is a wondrous looking engine. Alright, so then it's delivering the coffee fruit. Create a route for the train and deliver coffee fruit to the factory. Alright, then the factory will process that into coffee beans. And then we'll be able to take the coffee beans and bring them to the town. And it looks like then we'll be able to bring sugar cane into town as well. So, there we go. Alright, ooh, it's speeding along. We're at the fastest time if you're like, that's pretty quickly. It's because it is. Alright, coffee processing. Be able to load up that coffee. Ooh, look at them load. They work so fast. Alright, there they go. I love the smell of coffee in the morning. Excellent. So we'll bring that in. This place will begin processing it. There'll be production, shipment, transport, stored, and consumption. So that's going to be good. This is sort of like City Skylines, but you're not making the city. You are making you are the businesses, or bringing things to the businesses. It's like you're the truckers on the road, you're the planes, the boats, and the
What a superb
railroads.
railway. It provides the local plantation leaseholders with truly valuable services. Still fresh from the fields, the fruit quickly reaches the factory.
Eh.
From there, the colony's delightful coffee must be brought to the warehouses and offices in the port for export.
All right.
That shouldn't be left up to the local laborers, no way. Too easygoing, too inefficient, too unreliable.
Jeez. I feel like this guy's
Specially
racist.
built stations are called for, so that the first-rate coffee makes it into town undamaged. If need be, stations that can be guarded against plundering hordes.
Wow. All right, so we'll need to make a truck stop. The growth of town is influenced by various factors. Click on a town name for more information. Ah. So there's sort of a base level of growth, maybe private transport. All right. Then we can bring in, if we bring in sugarcane and coffee, that will speed up the growth of the town as well. All right. Well. So we want to build a truck stop. Bus, tram stop, bus, tram station, truck unload stop. Now this is weird. This won't... It seems like that's what it wants me to do, but I think this is actually what it wants, is a station. Which means I have to destroy this house, I guess. Or maybe not. I don't know. Alright, let's build this one. Truck unload stop. Small truck stop to unload cargo to be placed on the sidewalk. Does not allow loading of cargo. Well, that seems perfect, right? But I think it's gonna need us to unload this. I guess. Huh. So we'll have to destroy this person's business.
Ready to go. Nothing stands in the way of speedy transportation to the local seaport anymore.
All
Send the freight cars of coffee on their way.
So of course we'll need a road depot. But we want it to be the edge of town. Establish a route between the new stops and allocate at least 4 appropriate vehicles to the route. Alright, so this is going to be... It's coffee processing, processed coffee. Coffee. Yay. Give it a bright blue, because nothing says this coffee is safe to drink like blue coffee. Alright, there we go. Let us look at our cargo. Oh, okay, so we have 3 different options. All of them can take all of the items. Some can take more. These 2 look like they're the same. So maybe we'll... There we go. Alright, so this is the European flatbed horse-drawn carriage and European covered horse-drawn carriage. In their domesticated form, the horses were mainly used as riding, working, and pack animals.
The factory now finds itself in a laudable position by sending processed coffee into town. To experience considerable growth, its products have to reach a clientele with money to spend.
Are those wheels 1870s authentic? Oh. Alright, there we go. So they'll be able to carry the coffee into town.
Oh no! Lucas, the capable engineer on your locomotive, seems to have vanished from the face of the Earth. Or anywhere else, for that matter. Time to find a stand-in. Right away. Would one of the natives be able to meet this difficult challenge? Several locals show an interest in learning the decidedly noble profession as locomotive engineer. A practice route for training purposes is needed. Meanwhile, certain signs are feeding horrible rumors about the indigenous tribe's diet.
Let's see, alright, so... Build a test track with 2 small stations and a depot in the highlighted area. Ah, okay. Around this volcano, eh? Test... Okay, yeah, we could make a test track. Probably. Let's put up a... cargo station along the road here. And then we'll just have... track that goes around the whole volcano. Totally not volcano. A literal test track. There we go. Excellent. There we go. All right, build a test track with 2 small stations. There we go. Let's put in another station. But this time it could be a I don't know if a passenger station. Doesn't matter. All right, there we go. All right. That works. And hey, that's where the depot can go. There we go. It's perfect.
The correct way to drive the vehicle must be practiced first, so that potential passengers are not scared off right away.
All right,
In
bye.
the meantime, some hard-to-digest news reaches you. Your skilled worker is said to have fallen victim to a bloodthirsty tribe of cannibals.
Oh no. All right, build a locomotive and have it driven along the test track for at least 15 meters, or 1,500. Yes, 15 meters. 1,500 meters. So this will be test line. So that's good. We'll be able to grow people's skills on this island. so it'll start there, and we can have it come around to there, and that didn't work. All right, what am I doing? All right. Click to add station. There we go. There we go. Alright, so yeah, they'll get to drive all the way around there. That'll be good. Excellent. Alright. Let's purchase a locomotive. Maybe just the D13 to save on money. Alright. Go on the test line. Oh, it's already driving. Ooh, also a very wonderful looking train. Oh, wow. The models for the trains are superb. A delight for the eyes. Oh, man. Alright, go, little guy, go. While that's happening, what about our main mission? Supplying the town. Okay, they picked up the... Oh. Not making a lot of coffee yet, it looks like. Not enough coffee stored. Alright, I'm gonna just keep following what the game says, though, because I'm guessing they'll say, hey, you should make more trains to deliver more coffee. Because it is the tutorial, basically, even though it's mission number 2. Still teaching us the basics. And I found from our Crusader Kings 2 playthrough that if I try to leap ahead of the tutorial, bad things happen. Alright, the bonus. Oh, okay, so that is... There we go.
Thanks to your reliable deliveries, the factory is working far above par. Although it would certainly be capable of processing much more, virtually colossal capacities of coffee. You should weigh the idea of increasing the transport volume.
There you go.
Because coffee from the colony is a commodity in great demand in parlors and salons on the continent.
Salons.
One train isn't enough to adequately supply the factory with coffee fruit. A passing siding is needed so that a second train can use the line.
Alright, first though, good news.
Good news. The locomotive engineer has returned safe and sound. While you pictured him in the stomachs of savages, he was having the time of his life in the virgin forest. Naturally, you can't tolerate misconduct like that. Regretfully, have to fire the good man.
Oh, shucks. Alright, build a passing loops. So now we're going to learn about loop-de-loops. One train isn't enough to adequately supply. Alright. Connect the first and second highlighted ends of the track to build a passing loop. Alright. Now we are not making a lot of money. Alright, we're running... I mean, it's only a mild deficit. We're investing in the future. That is a better way to spin it.
The trains should wait for each other on the passing siding. This requires placing signals.
Place signals in the blue zone and the green zone. The line automatically adapts to the signals which are placed. Open the line manager to see what effects the signals have on the line. Alright, let's go to signals. Is that the right thing to do?
If the plant is to be used to its fullest capacity, another complete train is needed.
Alright, here we go. Yep, there we can see that, yep, those will go there. Excellent. Well, let us put in to service another train. So we'll have another Borzig, if you know what I mean. And they still just want 4 freight cars on this one. Okay.
Wherever coffee production thrives, business and prosperity flourish too. Thanks to the railroad, the port town of Surabaya has become a lively trading center for countless goods and services.
That's good.
All kinds of people from all corners of the island want to do profitable business here. That's why the colonial administration has commissioned you with setting up a passenger line from Semarang to Surabaya. Time to build a line which will soon link the key trading hubs in eastern Java.
Almost sound like a plane. Alright, connect Surabaya and with a passenger railway. Surabaya and Semarang. Alright. I can do that. Let's take a look at the topography. If we've learned nothing. Alright. Now we could maybe do a nice line along the coast. It's flat, water, it can't go up, ever. We don't have to worry about climate change for another 150 years. So let's do that. It'll be very scenic. It just works. Alright, so we'll put in a passenger terminus. Definitely don't need it to be a huge passenger station. There we go. So that'll be on that side of the town, and then this one can be over here. Ooh, perfect fit. Alright, and yeah, let's actually get the topography out and just make sure that we're doing it the right way. Avoiding all of the slopes. Look at that. It's gonna be so beautiful driving through the woods. Aha, and it's gonna just perfectly line up right there.
The railroad has been completed. Curiosity runs high. Time will tell if passenger transportation really is a venture that's worthwhile.
That is never a good thing to have someone say out loud. Like, oh, we're pouring in tens of thousands of dollars into this company. Is it gonna work? Well, we will find out. Oh, cool. Alright, definitely want a Borsig, and then passenger, just the Bavarian.
A formidable enterprise like yours calls for a suitably first-rate branch office. After all, you're not just anybody.
Okay, but first let's have the Bavarian passenger car, a two-axle passenger car with open platforms on both sides. And capacity of 16 seems good. I have no idea. Oh, it helps if we also build up a line to carry these people. Alright, yellow seems good enough. Alright, the first one will be over here. It's probably not going to make a lot of money, because I think I took a sort of definitely took the scenic route, but also it's flat, so maybe the train will be able to maintain a good speed between the two locations. I guess we're gonna find out. This can be the passenger rail. Alright, let's do it. Meanwhile, we have a bonus task.
Build a prestigious residence that is unrivaled in the whole island.
Alright, how do we do that? Build a headquarters. A residence, you say? Now here's what I was talking about in episode 1 about line statistics with the balance. So if one company is running one line, then it's easy to see, oh, okay, there's the balance. You're making money or you're losing money off of that line. Like this test line, we're just gonna be burning money because we love to burn money. It looks like these are working. I've seen videos on them And apparently the system works really well. The system, you don't have to program the signals or anything. It doesn't get to like Factorio level in-depthness. It just automatically handles everything, and so then it works really well. So that's really good. Alright. So we have to build a headquarters. That'd be a road thing? No. Street thing? No. Rail thing? No. How do we build a headquarters? I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Huh. Buy vehicles. New line. I don't know. I'm stumped. Oh. I mean, it is a bonus task, so there must be something around. Maybe hidden around. Hiding. Like something I click, maybe? I'm not sure. Must be a button somewhere. Or like a secret building. I don't know. Upgrade? Nope. Okay. What about this? No? Okay. What about a way to upgrade someplace? Configure cargo. Oh, miscellaneous? No. Passenger buildings, cargo buildings, large. Let's see, platform roof, decorative passenger underpass, underpass for passenger platforms, side entrance. No. Platforms, trucks, passenger buildings. Cargo buildings. Huh. Well, I don't know. Alright, what is our main task? Transporting 25 people between each location. Where is the... There it is. It is... it's not taking anybody yet. Well, hopefully people will utilize the rail. Maybe I put it in a really bad place. Maybe I should have put it in the residential areas instead of the business areas. Oh. Well, There are no warnings. That's always good. Oops. Alright, well, no idea about this bonus task. Build a headquarters. Oh. Do I live in a tree? Maybe it's an asset. No. Mission asset builder. That's cool. Wow. Now I doubt that this is what they're talking about. But that is really cool that you have these kinds of capabilities. We can just put this up on here. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Alright, so that is not what they were talking about. Paint tools? No. Terrain tools? No. Alright. Vehicle manager? No. Build a headquarters. Huh. Maybe it's something we unlock later on. So let's just put that aside and not worry about it. Okay, let's worry about the fact that no one is riding the passenger rail. Oh, there's one person there. Okay. Never mind, we've got people. We have one person. Alright, let's figure out a internal way to bring people around town. There we go. Alright, so hopefully this could lead to a good outcome. Try to get people to move around in this town. Alright, let's make a new line. This will be the this town name. Samurai. Alright, Semarang bus system. Excellent. Alright, so they'll come out of there and then come down here and then go here and then maybe even plop, plop. Oops. Oh, that's gonna be horrible looking, and then they can come back there. It's gonna be messy. Alright, let's just alright, so they're on the line. We want them to come down the street. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Just want to buy a vehicle. Stagecoach or a le Abaissant, something like that. Built by the Frenchman Amédée Bollée, the steam bus traveled over longer distances from Le Mans to Paris. I like the sound of that. I will take two. Let's see what happens here. Let's look at these guys in action. What? Oh man. Only the French could come up with such an awesome looking little vehicle. Alright, so we got those going around town to bring people around. So I'm thinking that's going to be a good place to end this episode for now. So this has been episode 2. We'll continue this mission in episode 3. But if you've enjoyed what you've seen, then be sure to like and subscribe. And also head over to twitch.tv/SirSquire for playthroughs where you play a direct role and how everything unfolds. This is just a tutorial playthrough to kind of get us acquainted with Transport Fever 2 as an option of a game that we could play in the future. But it's over on Twitch, where all the big decisions are made by you all. You all, from the games we play to how we play them, is up to you guys, you people, you individuals. Anyway, I'll see you in episode 3.